Hello, my beautiful friends. It's Amanda here, and today we're talking about some new launches from ColourPop. We have some color sticks, and we also have a new mascara. Now, I don't have my hands on the mascara yet. All of these things are launching on April 13th, which is the day that I'm filming this, and hopefully the day that I'm uploading it. The Act Natural Defining Mascara comes in two colors, black and brown. They're priced at $9 each, and they are labeled as both vegan and cruelty-free. The color sticks come in 16 shades. However, 4 of these shades are re-promoted from the Limoncello collection. You may remember that was the first time we saw the color sticks. These are priced at $6 each, or you can get a set of 8, either 8 metallics or 8 mattes, for $40 US. These are labeled as vegan on their website, but I looked through the ingredients list and several of these do contain carmine, which is not a vegan ingredient. I've noticed this is something that happens quite a lot. ColourPop will label something on their site as vegan and then the ingredients end up containing carmine. This happened with the At Forest Sight palette. I don't really know what to say. I think it's probably just a mistake, but for my vegan friends out there, I want you to be aware I did check into this for you. Before we get into the swatches, some very exciting news. Guess who got an affiliate code from ColourPop? It's me. My code is just simply Amanda. It does save you 10%, but I'm going to be real honest with you. A whole bunch of products are excluded from codes. Typically, collaborations, a bunch of the newer releases will not be applicable with this discount code, but it's one of those things, if you're picking up a new release and you grab a couple of other older products, then you can still use the code and save a little bit. But, you know, I'm excited. Either way, I just wanted to let you know your girl finally got a ColourPop affiliate code only 5 short years after starting making ColourPop videos. Anyway, I'm very excited. A big thank you in advance to anybody who does decide to use my code. This is an affiliate code, which means I will earn a little teeny tiny commission off of any purchase you make using this code. But either way, no pressure. I'm just excited. Thank you in advance. Now let's take a look at these color sticks. I'm starting with the metallic shades. This set is called Metallic Much. It has all 8 metallic shades. As you can see, they are labeled here on the back. And you probably recognize a couple of these. Cool Breeze and Citrus Squeeze were both featured in the Limoncello collection. These are in a small nude neutral colored plastic tube. Each shade has a color coordinating little end cap on the bottom, and then the shade names are printed on the side. And this is the type of thing that I feel like is probably going to rub off. These are the exact same shape and size as the shadow sticks from the Limoncello collection. These are called color sticks, and they just twist up the exact same way. You can twist them up and down. And fun fact, the little end cap on the bottom is a sharpener. So if you kind of twist and pull, it comes out, and you can use that to reshape your little color sticks so that you get a nice point back on the end. After using it, it does dull down quite a bit. So I thought that was a really cool feature, and I wanted to point that out because I have a feeling a lot of people didn't realize that was there. Now we're going to take a close-up look. I want to do these 4 at a time, that way you don't get too overwhelmed, and frankly so that I don't get too overwhelmed watching them. I also wanted to show you a close-up of the different little color coordinating end caps. And I want to show you live swatches. So first we have Warm Up. This is a very mid-toned rose gold. It's not a super warm color, but you know how it goes. Cool Breeze is the lighter greenish yellow that we did see in the Limoncello collection. And then its sort of sister, Citrus Squeeze, is more of an orangey golden yellow. These metallic shades apply really, really easily, really smoothly. I definitely prefer the metallics, both application-wise and wear test wise and just for my personal style as well. The metallics are my preference and my recommendation. I really, really love this peachy orange shade called Free Time. It reminds me of the eyeshadow single called Turntables, which I really, really love that shade. So it's no surprise that I like this one since it seems similar to me. These are the remaining 4 metallic shades. Of course, wanted to give you a close-up look at these as well as their little end caps. But swatching is the fun part. First, we have the shade Hummingbird. This is a really gorgeous, bright turquoisey blue. Next, a bright lime green shade called Isla Vista or Isla Vista. I'm sure that no matter what I say, I'm pronouncing it wrong for somebody. But hey, it's a really pretty lime green shade. Next is another one of my favorites. This one's called Happy Days. This is an interesting color because it has a deep purpley red type of color to it. It's almost like a garnet red, but it has a bunch of purple and silver shimmers in it. So it has sort of a duochrome type quality to it. It's really interesting. I know it's not crazy out of the box color-wise, but it's one of my favorites. And lastly, we have a warm bronzy brown shade. This one's called Charmed Life. I can see this being a favorite for a lot of people. It's just such a great staple, kind of classic shimmer shade. Here are all 8 of the metallics lined up together. This is just so pretty. Something about this color combo really, really makes me happy. And I wanted to give you a smudge test. So I'm going to start off with a gentle smudge, just one finger swipe down the middle. As you can see, didn't budge a thing. So now I'm going to really, really try to mess it up. And I want to let you know I did let these dry for about 2 minutes before I started trying to smudge them. But you can see I am really, really rubbing the heck out of these, and they didn't smudge at all, not even the darker colors. So these are very, very budge proof if you let them dry for like 2 minutes first. I am very impressed, and I wanted to let you know these didn't stain at all, just one little wipe with some micellar water and they were completely removed easily. Now let's move on to the matte colors. This set is called Matte About You. Again, we have 8 shades in here, 2 of which we did previously see in the Limoncello collection. Those shades are Check Please and the dark blue called Style and Ease. We're going to go ahead and take a look at these 4 at a time, just like last time, so you can see the close-ups and you can have sort of a moment to digest each one instead of just going in straight with 8 shades at a time. This very neutral nude shade is called Fave Things. I could see this being a great eye base. Next, we have a bright, bright matte yellow called Sunday Morning. This one is a little bit more patchy, feels a little bit drier. Kind of typical for matte yellows, to be honest with you. Next, we have Check Please. This is a warm tan shade. This is one that we saw previously in the Limoncello collection. Next up is a really warm rosy pink color called Day Date. Here's a little look at all 4 matte shades that I've swatched so far. Then we're going to get into the second half of this Matte About You set. Here's a little close-up. I have been playing with these for a while, so they are pretty messy. Apologies. They are pretty easy to wipe off. I just, swatching it's a dirty business. Now let's look at this really, really bright, pale turquoise color. This is like a pale version of the Tiffany blue type of color. It's called We're Off, and I think this is a really great vibrant spring shade. Next is the dark navy blue called Style and Ease. This is another one like the bright yellow that is a little bit patchier, a little bit drier. It can be built up, it just takes some extra work. And same for the next shade we're going to look at, which is a bright reddish purple type of shade. This one is called Bittersweet, and again, it just takes a little bit of extra work, and it does end up being a little bit more patchy than some of the others. Lastly, we have the shade Coffee Shop. This is a dark, warm brown. This one's sort of in between for me. It's not quite as smooth and creamy feeling as the lighter tan brown color or the pink or the nude shade, but it's not quite as stiff and sort of patchy feeling as the yellow, blue, and purple shades. I'd say the same thing about We're Off, that pale turquoise color. It's sort of in between, not quite as smooth and creamy as some, but not as dry and patchy as others. So let's do a smudge test. This one is not quite as successful. You do start to see, especially some of the darker colors, as I rub harder and harder on these swatches, that some of those darker colors do smudge off and kind of infiltrate the lighter colors. Again, this could just be because I didn't let them dry for as long. The lighter shades more towards the end were the ones that I swatched first, but I wanted to give you a good smudge test here so that you can see sort of what my opinion was based off of when I said the metallics were performing a little bit better for me. But it's mostly just the darker shades of these mattes that wear off more easily. So, just kind of an FYI there. These deeper shades may smudge more easily than their lighter counterparts. And again, they do completely clean off. I didn't have any staining here, just a little micellar water, and they cleaned right up. Now's the time when I want to hear what you think about these. Are you going to pick any of these up? Are you interested? Do you have the limoncello ones? I always love to hear what you think about things too. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. I love your face. Okay, bye.